Hey everyone, Paul with Warped Pinball. This video is specifically for anyone who purchased a System 11 Wi-Fi board from us prior to Texas Pinball Festival in 25. So maybe at Expo in 2024 or online between the shows. Those early boards had an early version of the operating system and user interface, and we want to get you updated to the latest that we were selling at TPF in 25. The new system has more automatic wireless software updates, has new features like live score display and remote adjustment setting for the machines, a lot of really great new stuff. But you need this one-time process where you're going to connect a USB cable to your board while it's in the machine, so you don't have to uninstall it, and run a special update program to get you on the new system. So we're going to step through everything with the example on the game show here. So let's get started. This is an example of the older Warped Pinball user interface. If your system looks like this when you log in, this update is for you. On the other hand, if your user interface looks like this, with the Warped Pinball logo at the bottom and controls in the upper right, you do not need to update. You already have the latest system. Okay, step one is to download the software. We want to use the link that's in the description below for github.com. That's where we store our software at Warped Pinball. There will be instructions here, always the latest. There's instructions for Linux and Mac OS. I'll be demonstrating on a Windows PC today, so all three are supported. All we want to do is look for the download link here under number 1. So I'm going to click on that and get us to the download page, where you'll see the 3 different versions. And of course, I'm going to grab the one for Windows, click on that, and if you look in the upper right, that should be downloaded now into our downloads folder. Now, all you need to do is navigate to wherever your download files go, in my case, the downloads folder, and you should find the Trenchcoat window executable file. We'll just double click on that. Windows is going to give you a warning here. Click more info and then run anyway, and it should open a terminal window. Trenchcoat is not fancy. In terminal mode, you'll be able to make several selections here. So we're going to just select the Vector System 11 and 9. It's the only one up there, version 4. That's the latest. The latest will always be there for you. We're going to hit enter. And then there's several different application versions you can install. And generally, of course, we want to select the recommended. So we'll select that. And then it's going to download those, make sure the files are local, and then start looking for a connected board. So at this point, and only now, are we going to go and connect the USB cable from your PC or your Mac or your Linux to the Warped Pinball board, and then the downloading process will start. Okay, so here we are at Game Show. We've got the software up and running, and now we're just going to take the micro side of our USB cable and plug it in to the Warped Pinball board. Notice the pinball machine is not turned on. Okay, leave the power off. You don't need it for this process. So we're just going to hold the board and gently plug the cable in. You'll see the light blink once, and then we'll head back to the computer to finish up the process. Now that we've plugged in the USB cable to the board, you're going to see a couple windows pop up and some different things happen in the terminal. It's going to be putting the device into bootloader mode, flashing the new operating system, and then in a moment here, of course, we'll be loading the application. So I'm showing this in real time to give you an idea of how long it should take. Just be patient. It's only a few minutes. So you see there it's flashed the file. Now it's putting the application in, all the latest stuff for version 1.3.7 of the Warped Pinball application. Okay, so now we have flash complete. Disconnect all boards before flashing more. If you happen to have more boards, you could disconnect one and plug in another one here. Of course, we're not going to do that. We only have one to go. So press Control C to exit. I'll do that. Press Control C. We're done. And now we're going to disconnect the USB cable, take it away before we turn on the pinball machine. Okay, here we are back at the machine. Download's complete. All we're going to do is gently remove the USB cable, slide that out of the way, and get our machine buttoned up. I'm going to put the back glass on here so you all don't get blinded by the camera. And turn her on. Our new software should be all up and ready to go. You'll notice that your Wi-Fi settings and high scores are all preserved through the update process. So you should be all set up and ready to enjoy. Thanks, everyone.